All right. Hey, everybody. Ooh, technical difficulties. Learning technology. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Have a Talk with Wanda, which is a spinoff from Have a Seat in My Chair, Beauty Industry Talks with Wanda. And I'm just excited to be here with you another Monday night. Yay! I hope that so far your Monday has been great. Look, as you come in, please like, comment, and share this video. I know there is somebody that you know that wants to be here. And if they're not here, they can always catch the replay. But let me introduce myself to you. If you're new here and you don't know me, my name is Wanda Floyd. I am a licensed hair care professional. I've been licensed for 30 years. I am the owner of WLF Academy, formerly Inspirational Cuts and Designs Hair Care Center. I am also the owner of the Brains and Beauty Business Academy, where we teach beauty industry professionals how to do business better. I am an author, I'm a mother, I'm a cosmetology instructor, and I love my industry. And I'm just here tonight because I just wanted to talk about it. So last week um, we talked about the things that clients don't know, but your stylist wishes that you did know, right? And so we're back this week with another edition of things clients don't know, but your stylist wishes you do know. Now, last week, uh, this subject was kind of geared towards maybe anybody's business that deals with clients or barbers in particular, makeup artists, estheticians, massage therapists, right? Anybody that deals with clients. But this week, this one is going to be geared more towards the stylist, okay? And this week we have two topics we're going to talk about. Like last week, we had two topics that we talked about. And I'm going to attempt to show you a video. If it doesn't work, we'll try again next time. But I'm going to attempt to show you a video to give you an idea of what it's like on my side of the chair and some of the things that you guys do. Okay. So we're going to attempt to share my screen. Okay. So I was watching and it doesn't look like it actually shared. So we're gonna try again next week after I play around with it some more. Uh, but it was a video that I actually have on my Instagram page that a wonderful stylist, one of my colleagues, a stylist, makes these different reels about either a different type of stylist, but this one was in regards to a different type of client. And one of the situations was the client not keeping her feet on the bar so the stylist couldn't turn the chair. The other one was she tender-headed, so she's sliding way down in the chair. Y'all tender-headed folk. I promise you, being grown, she's like, you too big to be tender-headed. Like for real. But you know what? Because I have children that were tender-headed, I have people I love that are tender-headed. I have some empathy for the tender-headed people. But this lady was like sliding way down in the chair trying to be tender-headed. Another instance was she was getting shampooed, and as she's getting shampooed, you're supposed to be relaxing and enjoying it and closing her eyes. And the stylist was trying to shampoo her, and she had her eyes wide open looking at her. She was like, "Ooh, close your eyes. This is creepy. Don't be looking at me while I'm shampooing your hair." And then another one was the client taking the comb and trying to comb her hair herself. And she was like, you know what, go on and take it, because I know you got your license. You got your license. And then when you're going to need your treatment, you're going to be coming back to me. And the lady hands her the comb. She's like, give me my comb back. Yes, we go through that. These are some of the things as stylists we go through. But tonight, we have two topics that clients, there are things that you should know and your stylist wants you to know, but they probably won't tell you. But I'm going to tell you tonight. Okay. So let's get into it. I hope that you saw the last video and you enjoyed it. We had a couple of things tonight, and I think you're going to enjoy them. And before I even start, let me put this disclaimer out. Please, y'all, it's pertinent information. It's serious information, but we're doing it in fun, okay? Literally, these are probably things that your stylist wants you to know, and she will never tell you. So I'm going to be the advocate. I'm going to tell you guys, but please take it in love and in fun. But it really is information that you should know, okay? All right. The first thing we're going to talk about is, and I'm sure none of you out here have done this, but as Stylist Week, this is something that we face. And that first thing that we're going to talk about is bringing your own products to the salon for your visit. Yeah, I know that sounds preposterous, doesn't it? Doesn't it just sound like, oh my God, the nerve? No, they didn't. Yes, they do. I promise you they do. So the first thing is bringing your own products to the salon. All right. So this is something that, as your stylist, we want you to know clients, but we probably won't say anything. But this one, we might say a little something about this one. And here are some instances where people have brought in their own products, okay? When you come in with the products that you're using at home, it's your visit, you came, and a lot of times this is from people, sometimes it's their first visit, but not all the time. Not all the time it's their first visit, but people will come in with their own products that you are using at home. As your stylist, as your hair care professional, I don't need your products that you're using at home. And yeah, I don't need them. I'm happy that you have products that you're using at home. I'm ecstatic about it, but I don't need, we don't need the products that you are using at home. Another time they will do that is, my scalp has been really, really itchy. So I brought this in for you to use. Can you use this on my scalp? Okay, your scalp is itchy. And me, I'm not very good with hiding my facial expressions. I'm really not. I'm not good at that at all. I'm really working on that. I've come a long way, but I'm still working on it. And your scalp is itchy, so you pull something out your bag and hand it to me. Can you use this on my hair now? How that should be handled is, if your scalp is itchy, don't just take for granted that I might not have something for your scalp. If I am a professional, then I should have everything that you need in my arsenal to take care of your scalp and hair care needs. So there really is no need for you to pull something out of your purse or out of your bag for an itchy scalp. We're gonna talk about that because I know you saying some of y'all being like, nah, you know, now listen, I know I promise you we gonna run that too. I got that scenario down too. But there really isn't a reason for you to come out of your purse, out of your bag with a product for your itchy scalp. Now, what you can do is tell me this week, my scalp has really been itching. But actually, for the last 2 weeks, Wanda, my scalp has really been itching. I don't know what's going on. But guess what? If you don't tell me you're having these issues, then I won't know to use that type of specialty shampoo on your hair. But if you're coming to me, I use a balance of shampoos. So you're regularly getting moisturizing shampoo, a hydrating shampoo, clarifying shampoo, detox shampoo, fortification shampoo, right? And so, but all you have to do is say, Wanda, this week my scalp is a little itchy. No problem. Let's grab a specialty shampoo and treat your scalp. Or I will say, would you like a scalp treatment? Because we do have, or I do offer, and I know other stylists that probably offer a special treatment for your scalp. Now, if you have any questions while we're talking, please, chime in. Or if you have any comments, go ahead and chime in. I think they're going to come up. Y'all, I'm so new to this platform that I'm using. I'm used to StreamYard. And I'm trying a new platform, so I'm getting used to it. So bear with me as we learn this platform over the weeks, okay? So the next thing is, my old stylist used this on my hair, and I noticed that you don't use that. So here, I brought it for you. I've had it happen. I promise you, I've had it happen. You guys would be amazed at the things that happen as we stand behind this chair. Now, you no longer go to your old stylist. You're now sitting in someone new, their chair, and you've been maybe coming a couple of weeks, and then you realize it might be a month or so. And then you come in with, here, my old stylist used to use this on my hair, and I really liked when she used this on my hair. And I noticed you don't use this. So here, I brought you some so you can use it on my hair. We have products. We do. And I know for me, I work with a product line. I don't mix and match a whole bunch of products. So I'm using a shine from this line, and I'm using a hair dress from this line, and I'm using hairspray from this line, and my shampoo and conditioner are from this line, but my leave-in is from this line. I don't work like that. So I work within a line. So everything that I need is within the line. Now, if perhaps you are not happy, or it seems to you that, well, my hair isn't as shiny, it doesn't feel as soft as it did when I was going to my other stylist. So what you can do is say, when I was going to my other stylist, my hair felt a little softer. Can you tell me what you're using on my hair? Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I keep everything in the open. Nothing is a secret. We don't have no hidden labels. Everything is sitting out on my station. My back bar, you can see behind me. You can ask me openly what shampoos and conditioners that I'm using. And you should be able to ask your stylist that. What shampoos and conditioners are you using? What leave-in are you using? What are you putting on my hair now? That's just communication between you and your stylist. And if to you, it doesn't feel as soft, sometimes it depends on the product they were using. And a lot of times we can use products that are like fluff, that, an example of a product that's fluff was like the Cream of Nature shampoo. Man, we loved Cream of Nature shampoo because it just made our hair feel, our fingers when we were shampooing just slid straight through that hair. That hair immediately felt soft and supple, and our fingers just slid through that hair. But that was buff. That really was. It was buff. And when you get a product that has great ingredients, pure ingredients, can I be honest with you? That hair isn't doesn't feel all super soft and your fingers glide through it and all of that. You get the realness and the rawness of the hair when you're using great products with great ingredients. You get the truth behind the hair, what that hair really feels like. So that conversation would go, well, what was your stylist using? Oh, okay. Well, we're using this and it's giving this result. And this is why you no longer feel this way, because some products are made to make that hair feel good the first day or so, and then the next couple of days it has no shine, it has no body, it has no softness, because it was just an overlay. It's just laying on top of the hair. Okay, so it's giving the facade that it's doing something. When you're using a professional product, let me tell you the difference. When you're using a professional products, there really is no need for a bunch of shine serum at the end, oil sheen at the end. There's no need for any of that. The most I it takes me almost a year to go through a bottle of shine or shine serum, shall I say, because I only use a drop, and usually only using it to tame the flyaways. That's the only reason why I'm using it. Because if you're using a great professional product, you're going to get a natural shine from that hair when the hair is shampooed, conditioned, and blow dried. The cuticles are sealed and the natural light is going to bounce off that hair shaft. So there really is no need for all of this oil sheen, shine serum, and all of that. That was to give us the illusion that our hair was healthy and shiny. If you're using a great product, you don't need the illusion because you got the real thing. Okay. All right. Another thing. Can you use this edge control on me, because I feel this one works better than the one you're using? Okay. Okay. Again, there's a way to do that. Now, I literally do my best as a stylist. I do my best to find the best edge control. I've tried a couple, and the one I love and stick with is Style Factor. Love Style Factor because it kind of goes on, shall I say, a little wet, but then it mattes to me. It kind of seals and dries and mattes. It can even last sometimes. Sometimes, if you get the thick and coarse, through a perspiration that you have, it to me it lasts longer than anybody else's edge control out there that I've tried so far. So, but if you say you like this edge control better and you bring it, I'll probably try yours because you want it. You like it, you say yours is better, but I promise you, as your stylist, I'm going to use the best product out there. I'm going to look for something professional that my name can stand behind. All right. All right. Here's another one. I don't really like the shampoo and conditioner you use. So I brought this. Can you use this? No, ma'am, I cannot. I'm not using Selsun Blue for your dandruff. I'm not using Suave. I'm not using Tresemme. I'm not using Taraji shampoo and conditioner. I'm not using Tracy Ellis Ross shampoo and conditioner. I'm not using, what's that chick from Housewives? Father, I can't think of her name. I ain't using her stuff either. I'm not using something that you just picked up at the beauty supply or you have at home. I use professional products that I know that I can guarantee the result each and every time. The results are consistent. If I use something that you bring, I cannot guarantee the consistency of those results. So then I use something you bring, you leave, something goes wrong with your hair. Yeah, then you're gonna blame it on me. No, I use those products you brought. But when I use my products, my professional products, I know without a shadow of a doubt that you're going to get the same result every time. Now, if you want to use those products at home, by all means, you are more than welcome to use those products at home. But no, we cannot use the shampoos and conditioners that you've brought in because you, per se, don't like what we're using. Okay. If that's the case, then something else needs to take place after that. You don't like the shampoo and conditioners that I'm using, the products that I'm using, then that means that perhaps I'm not the stylist for you. And I can recommend, someone else that you can go to that might even be willing to let you bring in your products. But I don't know many. I, I don't know any that would allow you to bring in your products. All right. Okay, the next one, and we're almost finished with the different scenarios of how people have brought in their own products. I wanted this color on my hair. Can you use this? No, ma'am. I cannot use the color on your hair that you brought into my salon. Again, because I cannot guarantee the results. Don't know where you got it from. I don't know how long it's been on the shelf. I don't know if you've had it at home, the shelf life you've had at this how long you've had it at home. I don't know if you've put something in it. That's the other thing, bringing products from off the street into the salon. Now, we would pray that somebody wouldn't do that to us, but these are the precautions that we have to take. We don't know how long you've had it. We don't know if something has been placed in it to set us up. It's just that serious, because some people are ruthless. You would not want to think any of your clients would do that. But hey, we're in an era where you can sue. Yeah, Sue is some people's middle name. Mary Sue Jacobs, because she's suing everybody, right? And you don't know it. You don't know that. Doesn't mean you know that it's a new client. You never know people's propensities and their proclivities. You don't know. And so bringing in a hair color, I don't know how long you've had it. I don't know how long it's been on the shelf where you got it from. I don't know. And this is my business. And as a business professional, I have to protect, or we have to protect our business. And so, no, it's not safe. It's not a great business move to take product from you or hair color from you that you brought in because you like this specific color. Rather, it's a door or beautiful browns, even the cellophanes, something as simple as a cellophane or rinse. We cannot take those from you. What you can do is bring in the bottle and say, this was the color that I liked. Do you think you can match this? And more than likely, we'll probably have something in the back, something we can formulate, or something we can get on your next visit. But it is not in our best interest to take color that you've brought in and then apply it to your hair. It's just not safe for our business. And again, we cannot guarantee the results of that color, the outcome of something that you brought in. But I can guarantee the results and the outcome of a color line that I'm familiar with. I know how to formulate it. I know what the results are going to be based on your hair color, the density of your hair, and the desired look that you are going for. I know that with the color lines that I'm familiar with, that I've studied, and that I've been using over the years. Okay. Last thing, I called my stylist, and here, this is what she used on my hair. Yes, we get that too. There could be something that was done, and you're looking for a particular look, and perhaps what your stylist is, your now stylist is doing, isn't giving you that particular look, so you refer back to your old stylist to find out what it was, and then you go get it and bring it to your now current stylist. Nope, we don't do that either. There are ways that you can handle that as well. um, Always communicate with your stylist. That's the biggest thing. Communication and any relationship is imperative. And what you and your stylist have is a relationship. You're developing a relationship. If it's a brand new, if you're new to your stylist, you will develop a relationship. And guess what? It's a relationship of information, it's a relationship of learning, it's a relationship of growing, and it's a relationship of trust. You come to her or him because you trust them to handle your hair and your scalp. So you have to trust in their knowledge. Okay. So if there is something that you are desiring and you are not seeing in what they are doing to your hair, the best way to handle that is to talk to them, sit down, have a conversation, and then they can go from there. And perhaps they will ask you, well, tell me about your last stylist. Tell me some of the things that she was doing that you liked. And sometimes that will come up in the conversation, in the consultation. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about it, and that should be, I'm learning myself. I'm just thinking about that. That should be something that we should ask you in the consultation. Tell me some of the things you loved about your last stylist. And we should be asking, because most of the time we do, when you get a new client, you ask what products were they using on you, what color were they using on you, what color line were they using on you if you're getting color, and what color was it that they were using on you. Do you know that I found that 80% of the time, you guys as clients just kind of sit down, relax, let her do her thing, and you never ask questions. You never even look to see what product she's using on your hair. You never inquire about the color she's using, what color line she's using. And that the color line, that could be okay, you know. But if you ask her, she should have no problem telling you. Especially, so here's the thing. This is what I should say. You should know the product she's using on your hair. You should know the shampoos, conditioners, finishing products that she's using on your hair. You should know if you're getting a relaxer, you should know what type of relaxer she's using on your hair. Okay. If you're moving and you're moving to another area and you're getting a new stylist, your current stylist should be able to give you all the information that you should know to give to your next stylist. She was using this product line on my hair. She was using this relaxer at this strength. She was using this color line and this color on my hair. She was leaving it on, the formulation was blah, 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 blah. She left it on this many minutes, blah, 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 blah. All of that, your stylist should be able to document and transfer it to you so that you can give it to your new stylist, so your new stylist doesn't have to play a guessing game. Beware of any stylist that hides her products from you so you can't see what she's using, and beware of any stylist that when you call, or if you didn't get the information before you left, because a lot of times we don't think to do it, or you don't think to ask. If you call and reach back out and ask, and she's hesitant to tell you or won't tell you, that speaks volumes, okay? Because, and I should, or they should, we should be able to refer you or point you in the right direction in the new city location that you're going. Okay. That's why, as stylists, we need to keep a catalog, whether that's Instagram or social media. We have a way to keep up with people, watch people who do great work, have great professionalism that we can refer you to. And it makes me look like a professional if I send you away with a care package that gives you all the information of everything I've done on your head while you were in my care. Okay. So, bringing your own products. I hope that that was helpful. I hope that I did not offend anybody. And if you found yourself in there, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Now you know, cause she wasn't gonna tell you. Some of that she might have told you, but I just wanted you to know. Okay. All right. We're going to the next thing. And the next topic that clients should know, um, and your stylist really want you to know, but they probably won't tell you, is um oh, before we do that, let's talk about some situations that are acceptable to bring in your own products. I'm moving a little bit too fast. I got a little carried away. You should know uh, when it's acceptable, okay? Because there are times when clients have gone to stylists to get their hair done, and unfortunately, they might not have had everything that was needed to get that style that they wanted. I'm sorry to say, but I've heard stories. I've heard horror stories behind my chair. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But yeah, I had to bring my own gel. I had to bring my own ponytail holders. I had to bring glue. I had to bring edge control. Child, she ain't had nothing. She was just like, yeah, bring your stuff. Um, you want your hair done, bring your stuff. All she had was some shampoo and some conditioner. Or she was like, always talking about, okay, let me run to the beauty supply. I've heard horror stories. So let's talk about when it's acceptable to bring in your products, and then we'll move on to the last topic. Okay. It's acceptable to bring your products in if I ask you about it. Okay. So let's just say, like we were talking about the last scenario, and the last scenario was, I'm talking to you about your last stylist, and I asked you, tell me some of the things that she used in your hair that you really liked and you think made the difference in your hair. Uh, and you might say, well, like I recently found an old product that my mom and my grandmother used to use called Dushine. And your old stylist swore by Dushine. It's an older product, right? So because we've evolved and we have so many new products and new product lines, it would be rare that a stylist might have that. But you might say, she really I really liked the Duchan that she used on my hair. It really kept my hair soft. I use it at home. It's a hairdress that I can use maybe once or twice a week. And I really liked using that. So that's something that I really liked. Okay, good deal. I like that. All right. Something else. There is an here's a perfect scenario. I had a beautiful client. Her name is Miss Glory. And she had, as you see my silver hair, she had white hair. She's had white hair since she was a teenager. So she had this beautiful white hair. Now, I wasn't her only stylist. And I got to a point because we would relax her. She wore a relaxer, she wore a shortcut, and she wore a relaxer. We got to a point where I just was perplexed because no matter what I used, it was not getting her hair as white as I would like it. Uh, with the purple shampoos, I had to be real careful because that purple could pick up in the white, and then she had lavender hair. And especially the company that I was using, we had to be really careful with that purple shampoo because that hair would grab it, especially if it was porous, right? Was trying other things, yellow out, all of these things to try to get her hair white. And I just could not get it as white as I wanted to. And we were talking as she was in the bowl one day, and I was like, this is stomping me. I just cannot get your hair as white as I wanted to. And she said, you know what? I'm going to ask my old stylist what she did because she would put something on it and it would just be white as snow. I said, yes, please ask her. So she contacted her other stylist, and her next visit, she told me what it was that she used. Now, she didn't have to bring in a product, but she shared with me something that her old stylist used, which was beneficial to me, taught me a lesson, and I teach it to any stylist that is having an issue getting that hair white. I even teach it to my cosmetology students, but I tell them to don't tell nobody until you get your license. But in an instance like that, that was something that we needed to discuss because it involved a product. She didn't have to bring it in, it was something I already had. But in this instance, if it was something that her stylist used and she could bring it in, I would have taken it and then told her, you don't have to get it anymore. I'll get it after that, unless it was something in another area that I couldn't get, right? That's an instance where bringing in your product is okay. All right. Um, if there's a special product you'd like to put on, either I'll purchase it or I'll let you bring it. That could be like a styling product. You wear your hair wet and wavy or wet and curly, or you have a curl. And while I do have finishing products and defining gels and curls and all that, you like mine, but there is something special that you use that works extremely great with your hair, and you talk to me about it. That would be an instance where, yes, you can bring that in. I will put it on your hair if you like. But you didn't just bring it in and say, Wanda, can you use this? You know, we talked about it, and I agreed that I would put it in when you came for your visits. Okay. Um, and edge control. Now, the reason why I say this edge control is because sometimes I carry this, but I don't all the time. There are ladies that have edges that are thinning, and sometimes they like, I call it the blackout edge control, where it's dark. So as you apply it, it fills in those sparse areas where, hold on, you guys, let me plug up my battery. Um, it fills in those sparse areas where you are, um, your hair is thin. So I don't carry that all the time. And then it comes in a variety of colors. So sometimes I will allow my clients to bring in that type of edge control because it comes in brown, it comes in black, it comes in another type of brown. And so you can bring that in to put it on, for me to put on your edges. But we have the conversation first, okay? All right. Prescription products. Excuse me. Prescription products is another thing that is acceptable for you to bring in. If your dermatologist has prescribed a specific shampoo for your scalp, I will use that, but I use it with specific instructions. We'll use that shampoo once, and then I'll go in with my specialty shampoo because those shampoos can be drying. And so I want to use what the doctor said, but then I'm going to go in with mine because I still want to keep the integrity of your hair. Sometimes people have specific drops that they have to put on their scalp because of a scalp condition. That's when you can bring in a product or a special ointment for your scalp or a special spot that you have. Maybe you have psoriasis, or there's a specific ointment that you have to put on your scalp before we do certain things like blow dry or a special treatment that you have to put on your scalp before we shampoo. These instances, it's okay to bring in, but there's still a conversation that you have with your hair care professional. Okay. Maybe you've developed bumps in the back of your nape area. Now, this will apply to barbers, and your doctor or dermatologist have prescribed a special um, medicinal topical treatment for those bumps in that area. That is when you can bring in your product. All right. All right. We got one more topic and we're going to head on home. Number two tonight, and I hope this has been helpful. I hope I haven't offended anyone, but these are things that clients should know and your stylist wish that you did. All right. Talking about your old stylist too much. Now, I don't know if y'all done this or anybody has gone through this, but baby, listen. That can be hard on us sometimes. Now, when you have wonderful stories, now I do. I love to sit and hear about the older stylist, especially when I get an older client and she had been going to her stylist since she was a teenager, and now the stylist has retired. I have a new client who was telling me about her stylist, and she just is too far now. But she loved this stylist, and this stylist had literally been, I think, doing her hair since she was a teenager and still doing hair, y'all. I told her, I said, I need to go meet that lady and go sit down and talk with her because I know she has some amazing industry knowledge and stories. But sometimes y'all can talk about y'all's old stylist too much. Like, she used to do this on my hair, and I don't know what you're doing, but let me show you. Cause she did this. She didn't do that first. She put this on and then she did that first. But I know you know what you're doing, so I'm gonna just sit back and let you do what you're doing. Oh, you gonna use those curlers? Oh, because she didn't use those curlers. See them little ones right there? No, them right there. Yeah, that's what she used. She would curl the back with those, and then at the top she would use those. No, she never used no flat iron, no, not no electric flat iron on my head. My old stylist used Marcel's. Y'all, you know these newfangled. Oh, on my old stylist, she used the Nairobi foam. What kind of foam you use? Okay. Yeah, my old stylist, she used the Nairobi foam, and then she didn't put Sanex on my head when she put me under the dryer. She used the Nairobi foam and put me under the dryer. She only left me under there for 15 minutes, and then she would take me back and blow dry me out, and then curl me. Oh, you don't do that? You sure you don't want to do that? Because I realized last week you didn't do that, and I noticed that my hair lasts longer when she would put the Nairobi foam on me and sit me under the dryer for 15 minutes and then bring me back to the chair and blow dry me and use the Marcel irons on me. But you don't even have a stove. You don't have any Marcels? Oh, okay. Do you know how to wave? Because my old stylist, man, she could wave some hair. Oh, he could color some hair. Yeah. He used Clara or he used Wella. Yeah, because this ain't looking like the color my old you sure this the right color? Because yeah, my old stylist, he left it on there for 45 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, you left this on here for 60 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I know you know what you doing. Yeah, my old stylist, she been doing hair for 45 years. Yeah, she was amazing. That woman knows she could do some hair. Now I'm not saying that you can't do no hair. I'm not saying that. But I loved her. I really did love her. Yeah. And but child, we would be in there all day with her. And I was like, girl, I gotta go home. And child, we done ate dinner, we done ate breakfast, ate lunch, ate dinner with her. Yeah, but you not like that. You not like that. But I really did love my old we don't. No, no. You're sitting in my chair for a reason, or you're sitting in the new stylist chair for a reason. And sometimes y'all could wear us out. Clients could wear us out about talking about what the old stylist did because you're not there for a reason. Either they're not doing hair anymore, or something happened that you're now in my chair. And maybe you moved, but we are two different people. Your stylist and the old stylist are two different people. And you have to trust that your new stylist has your hair at heart. We want you to look just as amazing as you did when you sat in your old stylist chair. Now, sometimes there does have to be a conversation that has to be had between the old stylist and the new stylist, because we need to understand some things. We need to understand what you did, what she did, what the process was, and all of that. But your old stylist and your new stylist are two different people. Their techniques are different. Sometimes they might be the same, but I can guarantee you their techniques are different. Their methods are different. Their ideology is different. Their perspective is different. And how they curl, the tools they use, what they like to use, what they like to do, what they don't like to do is totally different. So you have to sit back, trust the process, trust the stylist, and let them be the stylist and the professional over your hair, okay? It's okay to share wonderful stories and wonderful memories that you've had with your stylist, and it's definitely okay to share things if your new stylist asked you about some of the things that your older stylist did. Like I had to ask my client, what is